Hello, truth seekers, this is Dr. Amir Fassad, and I bet you thought I would never escape the clutches of the evil Hillary Clinton, and that I would never make it to Egypt before the party ended. This is one great big conspiracy, and I am here with former United Nations disarmament expert Mohammad El-Baradei, and we are in a secret crypt under the presidential palace. But you may ask, why aren't we outside, enjoying the big party in Cairo? Well, the final chapter has yet to be written.
Dr. Fassad, if I may, is it all right to say that I'm really not a puppet of the evil US and Israeli puppet masters who wish to control the Arab world through their secret treaties? Honest folks, I'm just a little old nuclear weapons expert. I'm still not sure how I got to this point.
Well, Dr. Baradei, now that the old dog Mubarak has gone to Sharm el-Sheikh, the first question must center on Omar Suleiman, hot or not? Loopy or poopy? Hashish or fascist?
Omar? Dude, Omar was the one who taught the Egyptian police how to strap electrodes on testicles. Omar was the one who set up extraordinary renditions for the CIA.
Does he therefore know too much to be fired? Or too much to remain alive?
That depends, doesn't it, on how many Egyptian army officers are under the pay of US and Israeli intelligence. Remember how much concern has been expressed about the Suez Canal? It's not about oil tankers being blocked from travel. It's about all the ships loaded with dollars and gold bullion to pay off the leaders of the Egyptian coup.
Wait, you said coup? Hasn't the last 2 weeks in Egypt been about people power? In fact, hasn't all the activity in Tunisia, Yemen, Jordan, and Syria been about the power of young people in the street?
Oh, Dr. Fassad, we are letting our romantic imaginations run away with us, aren't we? At the end of the day, the street never wins. It's all about money, power, secret conspiracies, and aliens from another galaxy. Surely you should know that.
But this was all so damned confusing. Whose interest was paramount? First Joe Biden was calling Mubarak a nice guy, then he was pushing him out the door. First the CIA says the army will take over in 5 hours, then Mubarak pulls a fast one. How do we figure this out in traditional imperial power terms?
Dr. Fassad, Angela Merkel of Germany told you last summer to follow the money. The money belongs to the hedge fund managers, who are paying Elon Musk to launch them all to Mars. Nothing has changed. We just need a flattened Sahara Desert and a nuclear Persian Peninsula to serve as the firestorm to send bankers into space.
Ye gods, man, are you telling me the Stuxnet computer program is directly related to the revolutions in the Arab nations?
You knew there had to be an Israeli intelligence connection to all of this, didn't you? And Cyber Command as well? The Israel Organization Unit 8200, working with the US Cyber Command, was not just trying to stop uranium enrichment at Natanz in Iran. They were trying to make Iran's entire power structure go haywire, so that there would be firestorms and nuclear conflagration throughout the Middle East.
And thus, Leon Panetta and Joe Biden were both just stupid patsies in this whole game?
That's why it's hard to say what might happen to Omar Suleiman. This game has gone far beyond the CIA. It's all in the hands of Goldman Sachs now.
So our CNN reporters have been wondering whether the army coup will be something that will generate popular support, or whether a new crackdown on the people will follow. You are saying this is all just a sideshow for the benefit of the cameras.
Take careful note, Dr. Fassad. If I really wanted to be president, I would be in the streets right now, lobbying for power with the army. You and I are in a cave for a reason. We are not frightened of the crowds. We know what comes after. This cave can serve as a bomb shelter, immune from most alpha and gamma radiation.
So it really is not important whether a new Egyptian government is friendly to Israel or not, whether it is friendly to Ahmadinejad or not, or whether it gets the same billion-dollar payments from the US government.
Of course not. The international bankers decide when to drop the big one. And if Elon Musk's rocket plans continue at pace, I would say the bankers will blast off by the late summer of this year. By that time, everything from Marrakech to Hindu Kush will be a wasteland.
What about this spring? Will the street victory in Egypt create a sudden flowering of protest movements?
Well, why not? The bankers can throw the dogs a bone too. Remember the Prague Spring of 1968? It was a nice little glimmer of hope before the tanks arrived.
Meanwhile, what of my buddy Julian Assange, otherwise known as Roman Polanski? Will he be free to leak more stories across Europe?
If he would have stuck with governments and politicians, there might have been hope. But once he started monkeying with the Bank of America, all hope was lost. Julian will die.
So what now, Mohammed? Surely we must go up to Tahrir Square to warn the people. Maybe we can aim for a true revolution. Maybe there is still time for an underclass to work for true global change.
Yes, and I bet we can keep Lindsay Lohan out of prison while we're at it. Drive, Fassad, you're always talking about the game behind the game behind the game. Well, Suleiman's connections to the CIA were the game behind the game. But the control of the known universe by the bankers and hedge fund managers is the game behind the game behind the game. Might as well sit down here and sing a song of sixpence.
So, do you have any good drugs to while away the hours?
No, but I do have quite a nice stash of Skittles, even the super sour variety.
Seekers, you know I can't sit underground for 3 months, Skittles or no Skittles. I'll be heading up to the surface as the hedge fund managers take off for Mars. Hopefully, the shifting whispering sands won't be too radioactive by that point. Bye-bye for now.